So in this video there will be a talk and a guided meditation. There's also a menu, so you can go to any part of it that you wish. I will be teaching holographic breathing, and we'll be using that to heal the brain, to heal the glial cells, that's the brain cells, and to connect the brain, consciously connect the brain with the body and the organs, with the bones, with the muscles, the different areas of the body and the organs. I will first describe and demonstrate holographic breathing, and then I will talk about those dynamics for a while. Then I will lead a guided meditation where I will teach holographic breathing. I'll take you into holographic breathing. It is an activation, and then we will be working with those dynamics of the brain, of the organs, the spine, muscles and bones. And spirit, the spiritual connection, healing through all of those. Can't leave out the spirit as a major part of it. And certainly the spirit comes in when I run these. I talk to the spiritual realms before I make these videos, and there's a point where I can feel them all coming in, which has already happened. They're kind of here and helping. So you may sense those and also be able to connect to your own spiritual realms for your own inner healing. So holographic breathing is well, it's holistic, it covers the whole body, but it is also very good for connecting with the higher self and the divine realms and the earth. So you can receive healing whilst doing holographic breathing. Well, even without that, you're receiving healing, but it helps to have the spiritual as well. All right, so holographic breathing, the lips are relaxed and closed, the upper surface of the tongue is on the roof of the mouth, and the breath is through the nose. And then with the lips closed, so the lips stay closed, with the lips closed, there's a small motion of the jaw, just half a finger width, a few millimeters. And on the in-breath, the jaw relaxes open, and on the out-breath, the jaw relaxes closed. And this instigates a breathing motion through the whole body and every cell, and provides a profound connection to the spiritual realms and inner healing matrices within us for a deep healing on all levels. It is a new and profound breath work. So free of charge, you are learning a new and profound breath work. I think that's quite good. So let me demonstrate it. So you probably won't notice much. You might notice me relaxing substantially, and you may notice a little motion of the jaw, but it is slow. But you should notice that I am not opening my lips. So there's a jaw movement, but the lips stay closed. So I'll do a few breaths and then we'll move on. And it is an instant hit. I instantly become deeply relaxed and go into a meditative space, and I feel the breath moving through my body and healing energies moving through me in a whole new reality opening in myself as soon as I start breathing in that way. So it is a profound and deeply healing modality. It's a new modality in breathwork. Now with that movement of the mouth, that spreads through the whole face, through the cranium, through the brain and whole body, and it starts off as an action of the mouth. As I'm teaching it to you, you will learn that, and then after a little bit that just becomes natural. As the body breathes, the mouth moves in that way, and it's just self-sustaining, and it's the whole face starts to breathe, the whole cranium and the brain and the spine. And it starts a divine and energetic connection between the brain, between the face, between the neck, excuse me, and the whole body, which isn't there in the same way with other breathworks or anything that I know. This activates a new breath that involves the brain and cranium, and so it becomes a wonderful way of healing the brain. I healed myself of neurological Lyme disease using this. So it's very good for healing the brain and the whole body, and the connections energetically and through the nervous system with the brain, connecting consciousness from the brain with the whole body. And a lot of the traumas, a lot of the illnesses of the body is that they have lost connection to the brain and the higher matrices, so they just go round in circles in the body and not getting better because they are disconnected from the control panel. They're just working kind of by themselves and not in a correct way. But when you connect it to the control panel, to the control panel and the spiritual panel and the original matrix, then these things start to heal. And you start becoming aware of different levels of consciousness. You start becoming aware of your own intellect or mind, and so that you are not it. Rather than being it, you are no longer that. It's a different state of consciousness. And to work with the brain, I mean, you can work with the cranium. Cranium is bones and has breathing motion, and face has a breathing, with all of the bones through the body, and that is one level. And you can work with the musculature of the breath and how it works through the head, face, through the whole body together. That's another level. But when you start working with the organs of the body, you can't really do that without moving on to a different level and the mind switching off, or that you're viewing the mind, or that you're viewing that state of consciousness in your brain rather than being it, that you're viewing your intellect or your identity rather than in that normal just thoughts going round and round, and you are enmeshed and part of them. You drop back from that matrix and are viewing that rather than enmeshed in it. And then in that new state of consciousness, everything starts to heal. It's the mind, it's the thoughts, it's the whole matrices of the mind and past lives and everything in here that is holding the body in a matrix. And when you drop out of that, all of these held patterns fall apart, because you move to a different level where those patterns no longer exist. So your body starts to heal, and previous unhealable things just naturally start to heal, or that you have difficulty resolving start to heal. With me, the organs start healing, different things with the organs start healing, the spine starts aligning, everything starts to work. It's like being aligned with a new level of consciousness and with the divine, and you are being healed from a state of new consciousness and a state of interrelationship with the divine energies, until you drop out of your normal mode of being into viewing the brain. And that arena is not easy to connect to the higher self. But as soon as you do that, as soon as you drop back, there is this instantaneous connection to the beyond and divine healing. So that is what we're going to be working with one way or another in this meditation. One thing I forgot to mention, I have a advanced webinar series where we go into this in far more depth. It's 7 2-hour webinars, and everybody on it already knows how to do holographic breathing, so the attention can be all in working with the brain, the organs, the bones and everything, the different energy systems. So we go into that in depth in that series, and there's a link in the description below where you can register for that webinar series. Okay, so I'll describe holographic breathing. The lips are relaxed and closed. The breath is through the nose, and the upper surface of the tongue is on the roof of the mouth. And with the lips closed, on the in-breath, the jaw is relaxing open. On the out-breath, it's relaxing closed. So the jaw is gently moving and the lips stay closed all of the time. I will demonstrate that. You may not notice much movement because the jaw movement is small, but you probably will notice that my lips stay closed and that I become quite relaxed. Okay, so it's deeply relaxing. You may notice that my voice may have got a little bit slower. For new people, if it's your first time learning this, it's good to do it seated. The learning of holographic breathing at the beginning is good to do it seated, because if you fall asleep, which is easy to do because it's very relaxing and my voice is relaxing, and miss how to do holographic breathing, then the meditation won't work, or won't work in the same way or with the power. So the main bit is to learn the holographic breathing, and it's good to stay awake through that because you need all of the separate pieces. So it's good to do that in a seated position rather than lying down, where you probably will pass out or go to sleep. But once it's done, once holographic breathing is working and activated, you can lie down, you can do it upside down, hanging upside down from the wardrobe, however you want to do it, walking, running. But to actually learn it is good to be seated, so your attention is fully on it. All right, we will begin. I'm going to bring in some resources, or you're going to bring in some resources, and I'm going to tell you how to do it to start off with, and then I'll be doing a guided meditation and teaching the holographic breathing. So closing your eyes and gently breathing. And sending a smile, sending some energy to the earth, and allowing the earth to say hello back. And notice what that feels like through your body and energies. And sending a smile, sending some energy to the higher self and the beneficial energies. The beneficial energies are any divine beings, divine energies, angels, any energies you wish to work with from the subtle realms that are beneficial. Sending a smile, sending some energy to the higher self and the beneficial energies, and allowing the higher self and the beneficial energies to say hello back. And notice what that feels like through your body and through your energies, and asking the earth and the higher energies and the higher self and beneficial energies to be with you through the whole meditation as your guide and healing resource. So now we're going to start learning the holographic breathing, having your lips relaxed and closed, and the tongue relaxed on the roof of the mouth. It's the upper surface of the tongue. The tip of the tongue is close to or touching the front teeth, and as much of the tongue on the roof of the mouth as feels comfortable. So maybe half an inch, a whole inch, the whole tongue, whatever feels comfortable. It must be comfortable. And then just with the lips closed, just bouncing the jaw up and down, a small motion, maybe a bit like chewing or just bouncing it up and down, So you get the experience that you can move the jaw and you can keep the lips closed. We do this every day when we're eating. We are perfectly capable of moving the jaw and keeping the lips closed. And then slowing that down, so up, down motion of the jaw, half a finger width, small motion, relaxing the jaw open, letting it relax closed with the lips closed, slowing it down and slower and slower. And then when you feel ready, as the jaw is opening, allow the breath to come in through the nose, and as the jaw is closing, allowing the breath to leave through the nose. The jaw relaxes open, the lips stay closed, the breath comes in through the nose. The jaw relaxes closed, the lips stay closed all of the time, the breath comes out through the nose. The jaw relaxes open, the breath comes in through the nose, the jaw relaxes closed, the breath leaves through the nose. Feels like a little bellows. The jaw relaxing open, the breath comes in through the nose, the jaw relaxing closed, the breath leaves through the nose. Relax the back of the head, relax the back of the neck, the jaw relaxes open, the breath comes in, the jaw relaxes closed, the breath leaves. On the out breath, the teeth just gently float together. There's no pressure. So the teeth don't grind, they just gently touch or stay slightly apart. So the jaw relaxes open, the breath comes in through the nose, the jaw relaxes closed, the teeth just gently float and slightly touch or stay separate. Relaxing your neck, relaxing the back of your head, and breathing. And we're going to take that onto a different level. We're going to change the gestalt. We're going to bring the emphasis to the nose first now. So breathing in through the nose, the jaw relaxes open. Breathing out through the nose, the jaw relaxes closed. Notice everything becomes more relaxed. Everything becomes easier. Breathing in through the nose, the jaw relaxes open. Breathing out through the nose, the jaw relaxes closed. We're going to take that through your body, or you're going to take that through your body. Breathing in, the chest opens, the jaw follows. Breathing out, the chest closes, the jaw follows. Breathing in, The abdomen opens, letting it go to your abdomen. The chest opens with it. Breathing out, the abdomen closes. The jaw closes with it. It's working, integrating through your body. Breathing in, the pelvis is opening and the jaw is opening. Breathing out, the pelvis is closing and the jaw is closing. The arms, legs, hands and feet, as you breathe in, they're opening. And as you breathe out, they're closing. Notice how in a subtle way your whole face has started to breathe, your brain, your neck, your whole body has started to breathe. Every cell opening on the in-breath, every cell closing on the out-breath. Notice that your face and cranium, you can feel them opening out to the sides on the in-breath, so this is more to do with the bones, opening out to the sides as you breathe in, closing as you breathe out. It kind of centers around and slightly above the ears. Breathing in, opening, out to the sides, breathing out, closing, and your whole body, the bones, the muscles, opening out to the sides as you breathe in, closing immediately as you breathe out. So you can feel not just the whole body breathing, you can feel your cranium breathing. You can feel your face breathing. Letting everything relax. Letting everything heal. Being aware of your brain. The brain is 90% water and the cells are like sea anemones and they have long tentacles connecting to each other. So the cells of the brain are a bit like seaweed in a sea. So there's lots of water there. Feel your brain breathing. Feel your spinal cord breathing. And as you become aware of this watery sea content of the brain and the glial cells, the brain cells, this gives you a connection to your nervous system. Feel that fluid flowing off down your nervous system, or that sea flowing out through your nervous system, and connects to your body and to your organs. And letting the energies travel forwards through your face, and this will connect you to the vagus nerve and your neck and your throat. Travel down into your lungs. So you can feel the brain breathing, and you can feel it connecting to your lungs. There's the breathing of the body and there's the brain communicating energetically with your lungs. It also connects to your heart, a very different energy. Connects to your ribs, but also it connects to the organs inside, the lungs and the heart. The brain connects to your lungs and heart. And down into your stomach, to your duodenum, all of your organs, the liver, pancreas, to the kidneys, adrenals, spleen. All of the energies and nerves communicating through the vagus nerve and through the spine, from the organs to the brain. Down through your digestive tract, small intestines and the large intestines, the colon, the rectum, brain, the vagus nerve connect, spinal cord, the nerves connect through your whole nervous system, through your whole digestion, through all of the organs, through the sexual organs, through the whole pelvis. Brain breathes, heals your organs. It also connects through the arms and the legs to the muscles and bones. Connects to your spine, connects to your cranium. And there's a new way of viewing as you become aware of the brain. And you can allow yourself to connect to the higher self and the divine realms. You can let those shine through you, through your brain, through your nervous system, through every part of your anatomy, through every cell, every bit of DNA. You can allow God's presence, the divine presence, the Creator, whatever you want to call those divine energies. You can let those heal through you. The brain connecting through the whole body and the divine connecting through your brain to your whole body. Healing you. And also your energies releasing out of you and up into the divine. Breathing gently with the holographic breathing, allowing yourself to heal, allowing everything to spiritually heal. And breathe. Letting that divine intelligence flow through you. And letting any illnesses flow out of you and up into the divine, letting health flow through you, letting your natural energies connect with the divine, so your matrix connects with the divine and the original matrix, so you can fall in line with the original matrix and the divine energies. Gently breathing. The brain is a bit of a go-between between the divine realms and your body. Breathing gently. So gently being with that, letting that earth, letting that ground. We're going to come back in about a minute. So being aware of the heels of your hands, the heels of your feet, your sit bones, the lower back of your head, the lower shoulder blades, the back of the jaw. Letting yourself ground and relax. And sending a thank you to the earth, a thank you to the higher self and beneficial energies, and letting the energies go off for love and healing to the earth, for love and healing to the higher self, beneficial energies, the divine realms. And allow yourself to be loved and healed. And when you feel ready, gently allowing yourself to come back. And breathe. So I have lots of videos like this where I teach holographic breathing, and you can go on different journeys to heal yourself in different ways. They're on YouTube, so you can just go onto my channel and do different healing meditations. There is you can work with me in person, or you can get the recordings of this 7 webinar series where we'll be working with the brain and all of the organs and parts of the body in depth, plus all of the different layers of consciousness and connection to the divine realms. I will leave a link to that in the description, and there will be a link to a next video just above me or to the side of me. You can press on that and you can do another meditation and healing. Thank you for joining this video and meditation. I hope to see you again. Please like this video, please comment, you can ask questions or share things in the comments. Thank you, and see you on another occasion. Bye for now.